Hello YouTube, just another video I wanted to share today, how to service a Nissan Qashqai, which in this video is going to include changing the oil filter, fuel filter and air filter. So you can see just some basic tools I've got there. Particularly handy was the oil capture, which means you can actually close and store it rather than have an open container, and a few socket sets and a nice little device to take off the oil filter. First you have to remove the plastic skid plate which is underneath the car. There's a mixture of bolts and plastic retaining screws which actually just turn. They're fairly simple. You need to do this to be able to get to the oil filter and the oil drain plug. As you can see there, once that's off, you just give it an unscrew and the oil comes out. It always amazes me. I always think I'm going to be able to get my hand out of the way in time, but I never do, so in future I'll always wear gloves. It does come out quite some force, so even with this 7-litre container there's still quite a lot of splashing. So bear that in mind, probably best to have some sort of rag down. Now this device, I've tried a few different ways of removing an oil filter, and this seems to be the best. It clamps on rather than has like a tie or a chain, and I found it very, very efficient. You have to remove the air vent there, and I found to get to it from the top of the engine bay, not the bottom. You put it on by hand and then connect a connecting socket. I'm able to take it off that way. Only needs a few turns and it comes off pretty easily, but like I said, from the top of the engine rather than from the bottom of the engine. Simply replace in the same manner, a little bit fiddly but it is definitely doable, and replace oil, the recommended amount, which I can't recall what it was, but it's online. Next in line was the air filter, as you can just see there. My car has been serviced, but I don't think they've ever actually taken out the air filter because that looks like it's never been changed. This is the first time I've done it myself, and it looked horrible. There's a moth in there. Next in line is the fuel filter. You can see on the left of the engine there. Again, that comes off pretty quickly with a electric plug for monitoring and an in and an out valve of fuel. There'll be a bit of leaking there, but it's nothing a little rag can't deal with. When you put a new one in, what I found is it takes quite a while for the engine to pump the new fuel in. So my car was attempting to start for a good couple of minutes, but it got there in the end. And service complete. I'm happy to keep the receipts rather than have a stamp in my book. Obviously it saves you quite a bit of money, and the stamps prove that you serviced the car. I wouldn't do this with a new car because you want to maintain your value. My car's done about 80,000 miles now, so from now on I'm just going to service myself, keep the receipts in the book to prove that it's had ongoing service with myself rather than a garage. Thank you.